It was just another ordinary day. No rain, no songs, no reason to stay. Then you smiled across your coffee cup, and something in me lit up. We talked about the usual things, but your voice, it felt like spring. When you said my name so quietly, the world got a little blurry. I didn't know back then how your eyes would pull me in. You weren't supposed to mean that much, but now I can't pretend. That moment changed everything. Time slowed down and you were all I could see. The sound, the light, the world went dim, but your smile stayed bright in me. That moment, it didn't make sense, but my heart was already convinced. For the first time in my life, I fell in love without a why. Saw you again the very next day. You laughed like nothing had changed, but every beat of my runaway heart knew I was already too far. You brushed your hand through your hair, and I forgot how to breathe there. How did love become so clear from a moment so simple, so near? That silent spark, your eyes glowing in the dark. We didn't speak, but something moved, and I knew what I was falling into. That moment, frozen in time, when your smile quietly met mine. You may not have seen it too, but I was already loving you. That moment, no logic, no plan, just a heart that suddenly ran. If I could go back again, I'd still fall for you right then. The rain is falling outside. Is it pouring in your heart too? You sit there quietly, saying nothing, but your eyes already feel so far. You stand to leave without a word, no reason, no goodbye. When this night fades into morning, will we be over too? There's so much I haven't said, still stuck inside my chest. But every time I try to speak, my lips just tremble instead. What if you stay? What if you try? Don't leave me here alone tonight. I'm not that strong, I need your light. Please don't turn away this time. This can't be how our our story ends. Don't walk away like we were nothing. I still believe in us. So what if you stay? I still remember the first touch. Your hand felt like it knew mine. That warmth we shared is fading now, just like your voice in time. Did I hurt you without knowing? Was I too blind to see? If I could turn it all around, I'd give up anything. The little days we used to share are now the ones I miss the most. If this is where we say goodbye, then hold me once before you go. What if you stay? What if we try? My love for you has never changed. Don't pretend that we were strangers. You're still the one I breathe today. I know I failed to speak before, but I still feel you in my soul. Please don't let go of us, not when I still love you so. Is this how the end arrives? Quiet steps without goodbye. Can't you even turn around and see what we could be? What if you stay just for tonight? Look at me once and say you might. One simple word is all I need. Don't worry, I'm not leaving. You don't have to mean forever. Just don't let go tonight. Let's not end this here and now. What if you stay?
Wasn't special, just another day. Coffee cold, sky a little gray. But you laughed and brushed your hair aside, and something sparked inside. You told a joke, not even that good, but I laughed more than I probably should. And while the world kept spinning on, I knew something quiet had begun. It didn't shout, it didn't shine. It slipped in through the simplest line. No script, no warning, no parade. Just the way you softly stayed. Strange how love can softly bloom. I fell in love that Tuesday with you. No thunderstorm, no grand display. Just your voice lighting up the day. No fireworks to light the sky. No perfect kiss to justify. Just one small smile I can't undo. I fell in love that Tuesday with you. You stirred your drink and looked away, as if you didn't have much to say. But something in the silence grew, like the room got warmer just from you. The traffic passed, the clock moved slow, but all I felt was letting go of every wall I used to hold. You made the ordinary feel like gold. I didn't plan, I didn't guess that love would find me in this mess, but there you were in real daylight, and everything just felt so right. Amazing how the moment came. You were already home once you said my name. No love song, no sweet cliche, just your laughter showing me the way. No perfect scene, no practiced line, just a Tuesday crossing over mine. A simple hour, but I still knew I fell in love that Tuesday with you. We never marked it on the wall, no fireworks, no curtain call, but every Tuesday now I smile and sit with you a little while. It's quiet how the heart can see beyond what's planned, beyond routine. No magic spell, no ocean view, just your eyes looking into mine too. And I won't need a grander view, 'cause I fell in love that Tuesday with you. Yes, I fell in love that Tuesday with you. Didn't need to say a thing. Your hand found mine so naturally. The room was full, but I only heard the rhythm of your heart near me. You smiled and looked the other way. Still I could feel just what you'd say, like pages turning without sound. Your presence wrapped itself around. No voices raised, no grand display, but everything still found its way. Through quiet glances through the air, I felt you speaking everywhere. And in the quiet I finally heard every unspoken hidden word. I fell for you before I knew. In the silence, love broke through. No need for lines, no scripted part, just every beat of your quiet heart. The truth was clear without a cue. In the silence I found you. A thousand words we didn't say, but none of them got in the way of what we felt with just one breath. A moment holding all the rest. No music played, no song on cue, but I was humming thoughts of you. And though the world went on and on, you made the stillness feel like dawn. The hush was where our hearts began. No need to name what softly stands between two souls that gently lean on everything that stays unseen. And in the quiet I finally heard every unspoken hidden word. I fell for you before I knew. In the silence love broke through, with no grand scene, no dancing light, just you and me in fading night. The space between became the truth. In the silence I chose you. Words may fail and moments pass, but silence somehow seems to last. It held the weight of what we are without a single sound too far. And in the quiet I still hear every vow that lingers near. No melody, no loud debut, just soft and steady, me and you. I never had to ask or prove. In the silence I knew you. Yes, in the silence love broke through.
You didn't say a single word, but something in the air had changed. A glance, a pause, a quiet smile, and nothing ever felt the same. I wasn't searching, not that day, just passing through another crowd. But time slowed down when you were near, and every sound was fading out. The world kept spinning just the same, but I knew your name before you even spoke it out. My heart already figured out. That's the moment I knew, when you looked my way, like a whisper I'd waited for on the edge of every day. No lightning, no parade, just your eyes that softly stayed. And I've never been the same since the moment you looked my way.
You brushed your hair behind one ear and smiled like you were unaware of how the smallest quiet things could lift me like a prayer. I thought I knew how love began, with fireworks or loud goodbyes, but you just stood there calm and real and lit the stars behind my eyes.
Now every time I see your face, that quiet magic takes its place. It started small but stayed so true, and all it ever needed was you. That's the moment I knew, when you looked my way, like a sunrise in the silence that I never thought would stay. No thunder in the sky, just a hush that changed my life. And I've never been the same since the moment you looked my way. I don't recall the song that played, or what I wore, or what you said, but I remember how it felt when you saw me. And I felt seen instead. That's the moment I knew, when you looked my way, like a poem written softly that my soul was meant to say. It was quiet, it was clear, it's still echoing right here. And I've never been the same since the moment you look my way.
Told a joke, I laughed too loud. You gave me that look, soft but proud. I brushed it off, but deep inside my heart was shifting with tide. We shared a couch, a quiet song, and suddenly the night fell long. I knew the moment that you smiled, this wasn't just some passing while. It started slow like falling rain, a feeling warm I can't explain, a glance, a pause, a breath we held, and all my careful lines just fell. The space between us disappeared. Your voice became the sound I hear in every hour, in every bed. You were more than just a friend. No sudden spark, no big event, just quiet moments, sweet in bed. I never meant for this to end. We're more than just a friend. The way you leaned, the way you stayed, the way you knew just what I'd say. We danced around it every day, but now I can't look away. The room was dim, the record played, a borrowed shirt, your hand that stayed. And somehow in that velvet light, I saw you clearer than the night. The world kept turning past our talk, but I kept hearing how you walk into the parts I used to hide, and lit them up from deep inside. No map, no script, no master plan, but still you fit inside my hands. It wasn't loud, it wasn't grand, but now I finally understand. You crossed a line I didn't send, and loved me more than just a friend. Now every step that I defend leads back to you in the end. Maybe we knew it all along. Maybe the silence wrote the song, but I would go and break it now if it could bring us back somehow. The way you look, the way you stay, that's when the rules began to fade. We never meant to twist or bend, but you became much more than friend. And now I know what love has meant. You were always more than just a friend. Yes, you were always more than just a friend.
Lights in the windows flicker like you do in mine. Same song on the radio still takes me back every time. The cup on the counter still where you used to leave it late. Some things forget how to move on, but maybe that's just fate. We were quiet, we were slow, but something deeper you like you're still holding on. Every silence speaks your name. Every corner looks the same. And I'm learning how to breathe with your memory still in me. I fold the laundry like you do it, every piece in place. Even now, in all this stillness, I almost see your face. The kettle sings softly, but the room stays cold somehow. And I wonder if you're somewhere thinking of me now. We were quiet, we were slow, but love was something we both showed. Now I walk these streets alone, but your shadow's never gone. Every light I see at night feels like you're still holding on. I don't cry the way I did, but some echoes never quit. And I'm dancing with the past in the places where we last. I tried to change the curtains, rearrange the frame we took, but every little shift I make still feels like part of you. I thought the light would soften, that time would dim the glow, but some hearts keep reflecting what they're not ready to let go. Lights in the window still know just where to shine. They trace your outline on my wall, like you never said goodbye. Maybe healing isn't loud. Maybe love just hangs around, and I carry you through time in the flicker of thine.
You weren't even trying, but that smile of yours undid me. Half a smile, half a breath, and suddenly I couldn't leave. I told myself it wasn't much, just a look, a gentle touch, but something deep began to bloom, like flowers rising in a room. And time stood still, then moved too fast. The moment hung but didn't last. But in that flicker something stayed, a quiet light that never fades. They say love takes time, but mine took just a glance, a half a smile across the room, and I forgot how not to dance. You didn't speak, you didn't call, but I heard everything after all. A look that stayed, a quiet style. I fell in love with half a smile. You passed me by like any day, but I was changed in subtle ways. No storm, no fire, no sudden sound, just silence pulling all on. The world moved on, but not for me. I lived inside that memory. One flicker lit the darkest air and left your shadow everywhere. They say love takes time, but mine took just a glance, a half a smile across the room, and I forgot how not to dance. They say love takes time, but mine took just a glance, a half a smile across the room, and I forgot how not to dance. You said you'd stay just for the coffee, but you lingered past the brew. Your laugh filled up the quiet space, and I forgot what I was meant to do. You leaned back like you had all day, fingers tracing the old wood grain. I watched you sip, I watched you smile, hoped you'd always stay the same. We talked about the rain outside, and somehow shared a truth we hide. You stayed for the coffee, but I think it meant more. The way you looked when you didn't speak felt like something worth waiting for. There wasn't need for bold confessions or lightning in the air, just two hands warming porcelain and something quietly there. I offered you a second cup, you reached and gently picked it up. The silence felt like something said, a rhythm that we both had read. You told a joke I didn't get, but laughed like we had just met. The world outside turned pale and still, but here with you it always will. The air was filled with soft unknowns, but still it felt like we'd come home. You stayed for the coffee, but I felt something true. The way your eyes stayed fixed on mine, like you were seeing something too. We never said what this could be, but still we seemed to know. Just holding on to borrowed time and letting something grow. You stayed for the coffee, but you stayed a little more. Long after steam had disappeared, I felt a closeness I'd ignored. If love begins in quiet rooms with something warm to say, then maybe you are loving me. In your soft and steady way.
You didn't say the words, but your silence shook the floor. One step from leaving, but my heart's still by your door. Your jacket's on the chair, like you're halfway in this room. And I wonder if tomorrow will erase me just too soon. You look away, I look for signs. Would you still choose to cross that line? If you asked me to stay, I'd drop it all, I'd lose my pride. If you gave me just one reason, I'd forget the way goodbyes collide. Just a word or just a touch, and I wouldn't ask for much. If you asked me to stay, I'd stay. You say that nothing's wrong, but your voice is cold and small, like you're reaching for the handle, but don't really wanna go at all. You shift your weight, I hold my breath, both afraid of what comes next. But in this quiet, I still hear all the love we buried here. If you asked me to stay, I'd leave behind the things we lack. I'd walk through every fire just to try and bring us back. Just a look or just a pause would be enough to break the laws of logic, pride, and pain. If you ask me to stay, I'm not brave enough to beg, but I'm not cold enough to lie. If there's still a part of you that's scared to say goodbye, if you asked me to stay, I'd stand still, I wouldn't run. I'd trade the nights I cried alone for the chance to stay as one. If there's anything left unsaid, say it now, don't let it fade. You don't have to love me loud, just ask me to stay.